Friends, I income tax advocate Dhirender Singh. Today I will explain 6 common questions NRIs ask regarding filing of their income tax return in India. I am trying hard every day to provide the latest income tax related information through my YouTube channel to advocates of whole India practicing in criminal, civil and income tax and NRI brothers and sisters living in any country of the world. I will be very happy to reply if you all ask me income tax related questions on my WhatsApp or email. Friends, on request of my NRI friend from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, today I am going to explain 6 common questions NRI ask regarding filing of their income tax return in India, which are: first, why should NRIs consider filing income tax return in India? 2. Who is considered as an NRI as per Income Tax Act 1961? When NRIs must file income tax return in India? 4. Available exemptions and deductions for NRI as per Income Tax Act 1961. 5. Exemptions not applicable for NRIs in India. 6. Double taxation avoidance. First, why should NRIs consider filing income tax return in India? NRIs filing return can be very helpful and even mandatory in some cases. Some common reasons why NRIs should file tax return in India are as follows: build financial accountability for the future if you ever decide to return to India, carry forward losses or claim a tax refund, selling your only property in India, ownership of 2 or more house properties. 2. Who is considered as an NRI as per Income Tax Act 1961? As per the taxation laws, you are considered a NRI Indian if you have spent at least 1 to 82 days in India during the financial year, or you have spent 60 days in the country in the previous year and 365 days in last 4 years cumulatively. If you don't meet any of 2 conditions, you will be considered as an NRI for all legal and taxation purpose. 3. When NRIs must file income tax return in India? An NRI needs to file an income tax return under any of the following conditions. First, the taxable income in India exceeds 2,50,000. Second, claim an income tax refund. 3. Wish to carry forward any loss incurred on sale of investment. 4. The income tax return form declaring the NRI tax payable to the Indian government needs to be submitted by July 31st of the year. 4. Available exemptions and deductions for NRIs as per Income Tax Act 1961. Just like any other Indian tax-paying citizen, income tax for NRIs also comes with exemptions and deductions. First, deduction under Section 80C, maximum of rupees 1,50,000 can be a deduction from the gross annual income. 2. Deduction under Section 80D. An NRI can claim a deduction of maximum deduction of rupees 50,000 for health insurance of parents who are senior citizens and a maximum of rupees 25,000 if the parent is not a senior citizen. 3. Deduction under Section 80E. This section pertains to the deduction of interest paid on the education loan for higher studies, but not for the principal repayment of the education loan amount. The loan can be for the NRIs, their spouse, children, or a minor that they are the legal guardian of. The deduction is applicable on interest for a maximum of 8 years or till the interest is paid off, whichever is earlier. There is no limit to the interest amount that can be claimed as deduction. 4. Deduction under Section 80G. Any Donations made towards a charitable organization holding an ATG registration can be claimed as a deductibles under their where various charitable organizations in India. Not all of them contains an ATG registration. 5. Deduction under section 80TTA. The liable income tax for NRIs including the interest earned or saving account. However, they can claim a deduction of up to rupees 10,000 on the same. Deduction from residential property income. NRI taxation has the same deductions as Indian residents when it comes to income earned from renting their residential property. They can be claim a maximum of 30% deduction on rental income. They can also claim an income tax deduction based on the property tax paid and the interest on their home loan. When the gains are reinvested into specific bonds such of those issued by the National Highway Authority of India. 5. Exemptions not applicable for NRIs in India. While an NRI can claim the benefits of deductions and exemptions mentioned above, they cannot claim deduction or exemptions under the following. First, investment in public provident fund unless the account was opened when the NRI was still a resident Indian. 2. Investments in national savings certificate. 3. 5-year deposit scheme with a post office. 4. Senior citizen savings scheme. 5. Investment under the Rajiv Gandhi Equity Saving Scheme, section 80 CCG. 6. Deductions for the differentially abled under section 80DD, 80DDB and 80U. 6. Avoiding double taxation. NRI may face a problem whenever they are taxed twice on the same declared income, once from their country of the residence and one from India. To avoid such unprofitable taxation, India has signed bilateral double taxation avoidance agreement with over 80 countries, including countries with a sizable NRI population such as Singapore, United States of America, United Kingdom, Canada and Australia. Under this agreement, the NRI tax relief can be claimed using either two ways. First, tax credit method. The NRI can claim tax relief in their country of residence. 2. Exemption method 2. The income tax for NRIs is payable in only one country, either the place of residence of or India. To avoid double taxation, NRI taxation, the individual must ensure that they have the necessary proofs of residence and tax paid. Now, some most common taxations and return related questions are answered. You might now clearly know whether or not you should file return as an NRI. If you do have to pay income tax in India, ensure that you take advantage of the deductions to reduce your tax liability. Friends, if you like this NRI related income tax information video, please share this video with your friends. I will be very happy to reply if you all ask me income tax related questions on my WhatsApp or email. Friends, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe and comment. Thank you for giving your precious time in watching this income tax information video. I again request you all to please subscribe my YouTube channel as I am new on YouTube. Thank you.